Good morning. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living for this morning's meditation. My name is Justin Vogel. I encourage you at this time to just be seated. As we go into a moment of silence here for this meditation this morning. Just encourage you to breathe deeply. Focusing on the I that I am. I encourage you at this time to bring yourself back to the present moment. Thanks for joining us for this meditation of silence this morning. Service begins in 15 minutes, celebration. Look forward to seeing you then. Thanks.
happy holidays. It's beginning to look a little like Christmas around here, isn't it? And as we said, we're even spilling out into the parking lot today with our Christmas cheer. So it's an exciting day here. It's our first ever Merry Makers Market, and we are just thrilled to be here today to celebrate with all of you. We're going to kick it off with some music. We have
one people today.
One people. All right. Words are on the screen. If you would stand and sing along with us, we'd love to hear you.
One people living on one planet, joining in one family. We all are one. One people living on one planet, joining in one family. We all are one. One people living on one planet, joining in one family. We all are one. One people living on one planet, joining in one family. We all are one. One people living on one planet, joining in one family. We all are one. One people living on one planet, joining in one family. We all are one. We all are one. We all are one.
Good morning, everybody. Greet your neighbor at this time if you're comfortable doing so.
I'm so excited about everything that's going on here today. I forgot to say welcome to our new people. I see some new faces here. I'm thrilled to have you here with us. I just want to acknowledge that. And I want to acknowledge our people who are joining us online. If you would turn and wave at that window back there, Joe's got the camera running, and our online viewer, I think Roxy's back there today running the camera. There she is. So we have a wonderful group of people that join us online each Sunday, and you're always welcome to go back to our YouTube channel and check out anything that we have to offer. We broadcast something new every single day on our YouTube. We are actually at the point where we're starting to monetize it, so we're excited about that too. We've got enough subscribers that we can do that. All right, I'd like us to shift a little bit here. We're going to invite up our practitioner and Leadership Council President, Clay T. White, to give us our invocation and our affirmation. And she's going to be followed by Katie Powers singing for us today.
So good morning. So first, I'd like to thank Justin for doing the meditation this morning, because I was sitting in the back not knowing I was supposed to be up here. So I thank you. Yeah, that's right. So we're going to say this together this morning. This is our affirmation written by Valerie Weiner. So 1, 2, 3, let's go. With an open consciousness, I welcome the spiritual sanctuary that inspires me to express and experience my divine nature in ways only I can. Wonderful.
Spirit flows through me. Spirit, I am one. Spirit flows through me, and I accept and recognize God in me. Let's sing now. Spirit flows through me. Spirit, I am one. Spirit flows through me. I accept and recognize God in me.
So let us prepare ourselves to be a sanctuary. I want to be a sanctuary. Let all of us be a sanctuary. Allow God to prepare us to be that sanctuary. Pure and holy, tried and true. And with thanksgiving, we can be a living sanctuary.
Together. Spirit flows through me. Spirit, I am one. Spirit flows through me. I accept and recognize God in me. I accept and recognize God in me. Here and now, here and now, here and now.
I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace into the heavens. I send my peace over the seas. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send love into the heavens, and it returns to me. And it returns to me. And it returns to me.
I'll put it behind it. No worries. All right, thank you, Katie. Thank you, Cleety. It was beautiful, and Justin. All right, so we are continuing with our theme for the month of January, which is Joyful Refuge, month of January. I started at 3 this morning. I just want you to know. Joyful Refuge for the month of December. Our theme for this service is finding sanctuary. You might have heard the word sanctuary a few times already this morning. And so when we think about sanctuary, we often think about it as something like this beautiful room that we have here, where we come on once a week and we get spiritually uplifted and filled with joy and connect with our community. Or you might think of sanctuary as a place that you go to after you have endured some hardship. You find sanctuary there. Maybe it's your home or a special place that you have that you go to. It can be something like that, but sanctuary has lots of different meanings, and the mystics think of sanctuary a little bit differently than most people. Sanctuary for the mystic is a place where the soul can exhale freely, where you don't feel like you've closed off and you're tight inside. It's a place where you don't have to perform or fix or strive or prove anything to anyone. And it can be a place where we remember who we are beneath all the noise and chaos of the world around us. And so it can be a physical place, like this room that we have here today. It can be a beautiful place in nature that you go to. When I think of sanctuary, I always think about my beginnings here at Center for Spiritual Living. And so I began when we were in our previous building over off of Harmon by the university. And it was a beautiful building. It was built in 1963 specifically for our center. Huge A-frame, seated about 300 people, all wood. Everything was wood. It was gorgeous, lots of light. And of course, our stained glass surrounded or was all in the front of the room, so all the beautiful colors were coming in. But that wasn't my sanctuary. My sanctuary in that building was our bookstore. That was the place where I went to connect. That was the place where I found solace when I was struggling with something. That was the place that I would go to more often than any place else. And of course, I found ways to be in service while I was there, which is another one of those practices that uplift us and help us connect with Source a little bit better. But for me, that's what I think of when I think of sanctuary. I think of that little bookstore that we had, and this little corner desk that I have with a computer at it, and I would sit there and work for hours. And I would learn about all of these principles that we talk about. I would learn about all those phenomenal products that we have in our bookstore now over there. Sage, can you imagine? I loved it. Crystal, sage, chimes, anything imaginable, books and books and books. It was a place where I found comfort and solace. And everyone has something like that in their lives. It may change over time. You may have one kind of thing that's your sanctuary, and then that stops being effective, and you find something else that works for you. But we all have that. And so today, as we're going to explore this idea of finding sanctuary, it's not something that you have to go out and seek. It can be, but it also can be something that you find within yourself. And that's what I want to look at today as we look at it from the mystic's point of view. And so for our definition of sanctuary, sanctuary is a place where joy remembers itself, where everything that brings you joy in your life awakens within you. And so again, like I said, it can be a beautiful place, or it can be some way of being silent and quiet and going within. It's not distant, and it's not rare, but it does take a little bit of effort to find it sometimes. Sanctuaries are not a place where we escape from life, but it's a place where we go to find the source of life and to ground ourselves in that idea, to be a place where we feel divinely connected, where things like joy and love and peace and happiness can burst forth from us. Sanctuary is a livable, alive, and memorable, and it's celebratory. Sanctuary is a place where we awaken within ourselves. It's a place where joy remembers itself. Mystics believe that sanctuary is not a specific place, but a state of consciousness. It's something we can take with us wherever we go. And sometimes when we go to a place, that sparks that idea of consciousness within us. As I said a couple of weeks ago, I can go out to the Valley of Fire, and I become alive. Looking at those majestic red rocks and walking around in nature, not in the summer, but walking around in nature. I tell all of my friends it's named Valley of Fire for a really good reason. But it's a beautiful place to be, and a beautiful place that I find connection, where I find solace, and so forth. So often, like I said, we think of it as has to be a sacred place, like a temple or a chapel or a church or a sacred grove, or even walking a labyrinth or things like that. Something that is set apart from our everyday normal life. But it is most powerful when it becomes part of what we do every single day, where it becomes a living thing inside of us. We, as human beings, we've always designated certain places as holy, certain places as being mystical, certain places where we feel connection. But we can always find that connection with ourselves. So sanctuary is a state of consciousness. It's where our consciousness comes alive inside of us, where our consciousness begins to experience peace and joy and love and connection. Ernest Holmes, our founder, says that spirit is not contained in form, but form reveals spirit. So sometimes when we go to those holy places, those places that we think of as sacred, spirit becomes more alive to us. It's more tangible. It's easier felt. For me, it's also easier felt when I'm near the ocean. I can really feel that. There's this whole analogy of spirit being the same thing as the ocean. We're simply drops of water in the ocean that is God. And so for me, I can look out at that vastness and think of the enormousness of spirit and how we are all connected as one. Because when you look at that water, you can't see one drop from another. We're all one in it. There's no separation between it. And so it can be those places that we go to. But it's whatever it is that allows us to reveal spirit within ourselves. So a sanctuary can be someplace we go to. It doesn't have to be. But it's something that we always enter into. So if we're entering into the consciousness that's within our own being to find our sanctuary, then we have entered into it. It is a doorway of our awakening awareness. And so again, it can be physical, it can be tangible, and it can be done through our spiritual practices. Joel Goldsmith, in his wonderful book, Practicing the Presence, says that we need to retire to that inner sanctuary where you are alone with God. Retire to that inner sanctuary where you are alone with God. And so if we are beginning to want to experience spirit in a deeper way, then we can begin to go in within ourselves. Retire to that inner sanctuary. In other words, be quiet and listen and go within. Find those ways, find those practices. If you're not sure how to do that, take one of our classes. We teach you in every single class how to go within and find spirit. So sanctuary is not, although we're going within like this, it's not passive. It takes some activity to be able to do that. It takes us becoming aware of what it is we're seeking and how we're going to go about finding it. Sanctuary becomes an active condition of receptivity. We have to actually begin to do something to awaken that spirit within us. So in this quote from Goldsmith, he uses the language of sanctuary explicitly, framing it as an inner practice that is essential for our spiritual stability. And so, again, it can be that location, but it can also be this inner work that we do at any time, in any place, that lets us connect with spirit. But the key thing is that sanctuary is absolutely necessary for us. For us to experience those ideas like joy and peace and love, harmony and balance, beauty and health and well-being, we need to be able to turn within and connect with the source of all of that. The outer world is never going to lead us to truth. Truth is found within our own being, and we can only find it by going within. So why is sanctuary needed so much right now? Why is it so important? We live in a world that rarely stops. Anybody experience that? I was telling somebody the other day, it's like, I can't wait for December to be over. I don't like to wish my life away, but it's nonstop this month. And so we live in this fast-paced world. There's always something going on, always somewhere to go, always something to do. And if we don't take the time ourselves to be quiet and to be still, then sometimes we have trouble finding it. I am very, very blessed in my life that I have learned the amazing practice of getting up when it's still dark. I rarely am up later than 4:30. Usually it's before that. I go to bed early, so don't get me wrong. But I love those first 4 or 5 hours in the morning. That's when it's quiet for me. That's when I can connect with spirit. That's when I can create and make beautiful things, which if you want to look at any of them, they're right back there in the back of the building. So some of my wonderful things that I've been creating lately. And so that is my time of connecting with spirit. That's my time of connecting with Source. Joel Goldsmith says that God is most easily found in the early mornings. That's when we can connect with it most easily. He said almost all mystics have learned the value of 4 o'clock in the morning. So we are often trained to be very productive in our lives instead of being very present. It's a do kind of world. We're always looking for something to do. I was taking a class in ministerial school called quantum something. It wasn't quantum physics, but it was about quantum physics and relation to spirit and religion. Anyway, the professor is Amit Goswami, who's written several books. And he used to talk about, you got to stop doing all the time and start being. He goes, it's the doobie, 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 doobie. And he was in this wonderful, thick Indian accent, him singing doobie, 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 doobie all the time. And so that runs through my head whenever I think about being instead of doing, or yeah. And so we're in this very productive world where we're expected to produce things. We're expected to do things. We're expected to get the job done here. Our worth becomes measured by our output rather than the depth of our souls. Rather than the consciousness that we're developing, it's more about what we can produce in the world, or who we can help in the world, or how we can be of service in the world. Those are important things. But when it comes to finding sanctuary, when it comes to connecting with spirit, it's much more important to be still. So without sanctuary, without finding that stillness within ourselves, our bodies get hijacked. Our nervous system is constantly on alert. Anybody ever experienced that? Joy becomes a very fragile thing, and often very hard to find in our lives. Celebration becomes performative, kind of a perfunctory thing that we just do, instead of something that nourishes our soul. You think about some of the holiday gatherings. I know there have been times where I'm like, oh God, do I have to do this? Once I get there, I have fun, but it's like sometimes it feels like it's a very required thing that it's not nourishing me at all in that moment. And so we need to find those ways where we can calm ourselves and center ourselves and do the things that really uplift us. Sanctuary is not about indulging yourself, but it's about finding that thing that is absolutely essential to our well-being. As I said, without finding the stillness within ourselves, our bodies get all out of whack. They just start reacting to things because they're on this high level of stress. You've got all the chemicals that are going on in your body, causing all those hormonal changes with endorphins and dopamine and all the things that are happening in our body all the time. And it gets all out of balance when we can't become still. And so it's essential for us to find a place of sanctuary. This is the place where our soul repairs itself. Where our soul repairs itself from all of the challenges and the chaos of the world. It's a place where our soul goes to get its own nourishment. And this is the place where joy is able to regrow in our lives. This is the place in the sanctuary of our own soul. So sanctuary is the spiritual condition that allows us to live, love, and celebrate from our true center. It's the place that allows us to really experience life the way we were meant to experience it. Our New Thought teaching teaches us that sanctuary is not a luxury for the weary, but it is a spiritual condition that allows us to experience the greatest things that life has to offer. It's important for us to be still and find that. Sanctuary is not about withdrawing from the world. As the master teacher told us that we are to be in the world but not of the world. We need to be engaged with other people in the world, but we can't let the world be the driving force of who and what we are. And so it's not about withdrawing from, we don't go sit in a cave. We don't have to go be a hermit in the cave. We don't have to renounce the world or any part of it. We don't have to wait until the right conditions come along for us to get in touch with our source. We can do it at any moment. And the mystics throughout the ages have known this. And that's what makes the difference in the world for them, is they're able to connect with spirit no matter what the outside conditions are, no matter what's going on around them. They can become still and quiet. It reminds me of, I was teaching middle school science, and if you've ever been in a middle school when classes change, it's a little chaotic. Teachers have to be out there because it's so chaotic. We have to be out there on patrolling. So I go out of my classroom when the bell rang one day, and sitting on the floor right next to my door is one of my students from my next class who's sitting in the lotus position meditating. And I just looked at her like, well, first off, I was amazed she was meditating. You know, sixth graders, that's pretty cool. Apparently, she learned it in her Kung Fu classes, so I'm thrilled with that. But I was amazed and awed by this child's ability to shut out the chaos of class change time in a middle school and just be there and to be present. And of course, you know, she had a wonderful day in the class and so forth from it. But we can shut out that world no matter what's going on around us, no matter what those circumstances are around us. We can turn within. For me, I do this most easily when things are really chaotic out there. I remind myself to breathe. And that breath, for me, that breath is letting spirit in, letting spirit do everything it needs to do in my body, and then releasing it back out into the world. And so for me, it's a very tangible reminder of just becoming still and connecting with Source. So it's about alignment, about realigning ourselves to the presence that has never, ever left you. It has never left you. But sometimes we have to remind ourselves of that fact. Sometimes we have to do something tangible to bring that back into our awareness. Goldsmith says that the activity of the infinite invisible is that quiet, steady movement of spirit that is always unfolding, always holding, always guiding. And the sanctuary within our soul is where we stop interfering long enough to let us feel this. So the sanctuary is within us. And so again, it is about alignment, realigning with the presence that has never, ever left you. Sanctuary does not remove us from life, but it returns us back to life in a way that makes it more enjoyable, more filled with all of the goodness of spirit. We're more able to see that goodness around us. Instead of seeing all of the chaos, we can see from that place of joy. And so this idea of a sacred space, it's inner and it's outer. It can be both. One can trigger the other. But we can always find part of it within ourselves. Even if we are going to a specific place that's sanctuary for us, there's a reason. Something has been triggered inside of you when you went there. Maybe when you walk through these doors, what is triggered inside of you is community, connection. People who recognize you and smile at you. And with this whole group, hug you. Sanctuary can be found in the outer world, but only if we find it within ourselves too. And so these sacred spaces, they can be all kinds of things. They could be the meditation cushion that you sit down on. They could be a beautiful garden. They could be a wonderful labyrinth. They could be a candlelit room. It can be a kitchen table where you sit every morning and pray. It's unique for each of us. And it shows up just the way that we need it to be in that particular moment. One thing about all of these places is when we use them, we're training ourselves to remember more readily the presence that's there. That kitchen table where you sit and do your prayer every morning or write in your journal. You are training yourselves through your rituals, through your routine. Your cup of tea or your cup of coffee, a special pen, and a book that you love to write in. For me, it's got to be good paper. Love writing on good paper. But I trained myself to be there and to express Spirit through me when I go to that place. If it's that meditation room or corner or cushion that you have, you sit there purposefully, engaged in a practice that's going to connect you to Spirit. And so it becomes a sanctuary. Eventually, though, all of our sanctuaries have to become portable. We have to be able to carry them with us. Sometimes we can carry it through a memory, and we bring that memory to mind, and then we're instantly connected. I haven't been to the ocean in over a year, but I can think of it and get connected to it. The mystic learns to carry their space within them, to make it portable and always readily available. They can do this in a breath, in a heartbeat, in a conscious pause, in hearing a song, or watching a bird fly across the sky. Whatever it is that connects us to Source, the mystic carries their sacred place within them always, always available, always ready. And so this idea of joy being our refuge here, when we learn to carry that sanctuary with us, we connect more easily with joy. And joy then becomes a place where we find that solace, a place of refuge. It is not a reward for something we've done right. We all often think we can't experience joy or love or happiness or whatever if we don't do something to make it happen. It's always within us. We just have to have the courage to go in and find it. To find that place where it's hidden within us. Because it's always available. Joy is not a reward for having survived some kind of hardship. It doesn't wait for everything to be resolved. It arises within us when we feel safe enough to be present with Spirit. When we feel safe enough that we can connect with our Source. Sanctuaries create that safety. So in order to feel that, we have to have our sanctuary within us. And that safety allows for the presence to be felt. And then the presence invites the force of joy to happen with us, within us. So sanctuary creates safety. Safety allows for presence. And presence invites joy. You know, not that loud, forced kind of joy that we often, make ourselves feel when we really don't want to feel it. But it's that quiet, radiant joy of being connected with Spirit, being connected with our Source. Imagine the joy as someone who you dearly love holding you gently. If you've ever held a baby, that's joy. That's pure, sweet joy. Imagine that coming up within you. This is the joy that the mystics talk about. It doesn't depend on any circumstances. It's a joy that can feel whatever's going on in that hardship. It can feel the sorrows, and it can still sing out loud. So how do we begin to practice finding sanctuary here? It is cultivated through our practices. It's cultivated when we actually engage in the activity of cultivating it. But it's about practice, not perfection. So we don't have to do it right every single time. Here's a few ways that we can help expedite are finding sanctuary. Create a ritual. And I talked about the kitchen table. For me, it would involve a cup of really strong coffee with lots of cream in it. My favorite journal with really good paper and a pen that feels good in my hand. I create a ritual. Every morning I have a ritual. It actually starts with dogs, but that's just another fact of life. But every morning I have a ritual. And so I engage in my ritual. Sometimes the pen and the paper changes. This last couple of weeks it's been this beautiful art project that I'm working on for Zentangles. It's just based on Leonardo da Vinci's work. It's phenomenal. I'm loving it. But you can create your own ritual. Light a candle on your table. Light a candle. How many of you have candles sitting around your house that you've never burned? Too many of them to even talk about. Light the candle. You can create a ritual by walking a labyrinth. We have our beautiful labyrinth here. We're doing a solstice labyrinth walk next Sunday after service. Find some place to go. There are at least a dozen outdoor labyrinths here in Las Vegas. If you want to find out, just Google them. They show up on a Google map. A couple of our city parks have labyrinths in them now. And so, and a couple of the hospitals and churches also have them. So if you're looking for a labyrinth to walk in a beautiful setting, my favorite is out in Boulder City, St. Andrew's Cathedral. But, other than this one, this is my favorite, of course. But, Another simple thing you can do is just connect yourself. Put your hand on your heart and connect. Feel your chest gently rising as you breathe. Connect with the Spirit as it moves through you. At the end of November, we talked about the practice of gratitude. Gratitude is an amazing ritual to help you connect with Source. Find a way to be grateful. The ritual, the power of a ritual is that it acknowledges that this very moment is important and it's sacred. That's what rituals do for us. Another practice is silence. If we're constantly chattering, even if it's mental chatter that never comes out of your mouth, if we are constantly chattering, there's no room for Spirit to be heard. This is why our meditation classes are so powerful. They teach you how to begin to find those pauses in between the chatter that's natural in our lives. But silence is where we hear Spirit speaking to us without words. The presence is there in our listening. The presence is felt when we become quiet. Another practice is finding beauty. I've already described a couple of my places that are beautiful. Beauty softens our souls. And when our souls become softer, then the presence has a more easy time of being heard. So whatever that beauty is, if it's art, like I love, music, I know I have some music people out here, color, beautiful colors, nature. These are not luxuries. These are absolutely vital components of our lives. How many of you have seen the beautiful artwork that's on our freeways now? I was having a conversation with a friend a couple of years ago, and I said, I was just loving what was happening. And she was all bent out of shape because that money should be spent on something more important. And I remembered a story from Joel Goldsmith. He tells this story in lots of his recordings, right, Justin?
I don't know.
Oh, yo. He says it's actually a Persian saying. And it's, if you have but 2 coppers, use one to buy bread and the other to buy hyacinths. Hyacinths for the soul. We need beauty to light our souls up. We need that beauty to let Spirit feel it. As I'm talking about this right now, I'm getting chills going down my body because I need that beauty in my life. Unfortunately for me, that beauty shows up in lots of different ways, lots of different things. But every single thing that is beautiful is an invitation for us to feel more joy. It's an invitation for us to find that sanctuary in the mundane, in the simple things around us. This morning, I walked out. It was early this morning. And the sunrise was absolutely amazing. Now, it was red sky, and I know red sky at morning, sailors take warning, but it was a gorgeous red sky this morning. I'm hoping for a really nice day here, so. But it was beautiful, and just the same thing with our sunsets. There is nothing more gorgeous than a winter sunset in the desert. It is absolutely the most perfect thing in the world. And so find those moments where you can find that beauty. And the last place to find sanctuary, well, not the last, but the last I'm going to talk about, is in our community. Community is a place where we feel connected. We feel connected in all kinds of ways. Sometimes we need the aloneness to find our sanctuary. Sometimes we need that quiet and that stillness and that place where we are not distracted by anything around us. But sometimes it's found when we come together. I can see it when we sing. I can see that people have found a sanctuary here when we get uplifted by the music. Sanctuary in community is being seen without being judged. When you can go to a place where you feel that you're accepted, where people greet you with a smile and a hug. It's a place where we can be held in the highest idea without anyone trying to fix us. Too often people they see a problem, they want to fix it. They think that's what their job is to do. But sometimes it's important to just be witnessed, to just be seen for what is going on in your life. It's a place where we get celebrated without comparison. We don't have to say we're better or worse or, oh, look at that one or anything else. It's a place where we are held without that idea of comparison. So community is a sacred place too. So sanctuary is often found in the everyday, ordinary things in our lives. In our own homes, our backyards, our bedrooms, my craft room. Sanctuary can be found in all of those wonderful things. When we take the time to recognize it, when we stop rushing through our lives, and we take the time to create those little rituals, to create something that makes it feel special for us. Sanctuary can be found when you are washing dishes mindfully. I'm not sure that's ever been a sanctuary for me, but I'm hopeful. But it can be found in the quietness of a cup of tea, in that breath that we take before we respond to something that's challenging. It can be found in that pause between our inhale and our exhale. That moment of stillness when everything is perfect. Finding sanctuary is not about adding anything to ourselves. One of our basic premises is that we are already perfect, whole and complete, just the way we are. Spirit created each one of us individually and uniquely so it could experience life as us. Do you think it made a mistake? Spirit created you perfectly. There's nothing you need to change. There's nothing you need to add. But it's always about remembering. Remembering to take that time to pause and be silent. Remembering to disconnect from the busyness of the world around us. At least a little bit every day. It's remembering what has always, always, always been available to you all the time. Connecting with that source. And so today I invite you, not intellectually, but more inwardly, ponder these questions. Where do I feel that I'm held in a sacred hold? Where do I feel that in my life? Where does joy naturally arise without any effort on my part? Where have I forgotten to offer myself the simple refuge of a sanctuary? My prayer is that this sanctuary is one of those places for you. A place where you feel deeply connected, where you feel at home, where you are seen and loved as the perfection of the divine that you are, because that's the truth, now and always. Thank you. Practitioners, would you stand and surround us as we go into prayer here? Our beloved practitioners are wonderful beings of light. If you ever have a conflict you'd like to have a little help working through, please see one of our practitioners. They are available for that service. So I just invite you to gently close your eyes. Maybe allow your body to relax, let your shoulders drop, and your chest expand as we breathe in the presence of the One. That all-pervading love, intelligence, that creator of all, that has brought each one of us into existence perfectly, divinely, uniquely, for it to experience the world around us. I know that this presence is one of peace, of joy, of love, of harmony. It is the very nature of beauty. And it is a sanctuary all unto itself. And because I know that there is only one, I know that I am one with it. I know that the power and the presence of that creative love intelligence resides right at the heart of my being. It is the truth of who I am, now and always. And as I know this is true for me, I know this is true for each and every one of us. For we are all that perfect emanation of this powerful creative force. And so knowing this truth, I speak my word right now. I know that right within each one of us is a perfect sanctuary, a place to connect with spirit, a place where we are held in the arms of love, and where that love and joy and peace and balance and harmony pours forth from us as the experiences of our life. I know that the presence of this one is constantly available to each one of us as we become quiet enough to hear it, still enough to feel it, and present enough to know it. I am so grateful to know this truth. I'm so grateful to feel it. I'm so grateful to see it operating in my life and the lives of everyone around me. For I know that we are all divinely blessed by this creative love intelligence. And so I release this word into the law, into that creative mind that always says yes, that is always unfolding itself for the highest and greatest good of each one of us. I let it go and I let it be. And together we say, and so it is.
I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, healed and I am whole.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, practitioners. Thank you all. So now is that opportunity we have to support our community financially. We are a 501c3 religious nonprofit, and we receive most of our funding through your generous donations. And so we are happy to accept cash and check donations here today. And we also have several ways for you to give electronically if you're so inclined. We have people to help, but they're all busy right now. So if you need help, let us know. Find one of us and we'll help you figure that out. I gotta say, I'm looking for Kaylee and Kelly. They're not even here. They're out there busy working, getting cookies and coffee and cocoa and so everything ready. Anyway, would you put your hands over your heart as we bless this offering? Repeat after me, please. This gift I give.
This gift I give
Goes forth from me.
goes forth from me.
Does amazing and miraculous things.
Does amazing and miraculous things.
And returns to me in kind.
And returns to me in kind.
Pressed down and overflowing.
Pressed down and overflowing.
we're singing-
More equals give.
More equals give. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to stand? The word's going to be on the screen.
If you want more love, give love. If you want more joy, give joy. If you want more peace, give peace. If you want more, give. If you want more, give. If you want more money, give your money. If you want more time, give up your time. If you want more friends, be a friend. And if you want more, give. And if you want more, give. When you give, you receive. It's as simple as that. There's no effort, no struggle. It's just a simple fact. If you want to see change, be a change. If you want more truth, tell your truth. If you want more gratitude, give thanks. If you want more, give. If you want more, give.
Oh, and I know that there is not one among us who doesn't want more. And so I am so blessed by all of these gifts that have been given here today. I know that our community is enriched by everything that happens here and the consciousness back of all of this. I am thankful, and so it is. Thank you. All right. Katie.
Poet and write. Are you gonna be an actor up in lights? Are you gonna be a soldier and fight for love? Do you wanna travel the world? Do you wanna be a diver for pearls, or climb a mountain and touch the clouds above? Be anyone you want to be, bring to life your fantasies, but I want something in return. I want you to burn for me, baby, like a candle in my night. Oh, burn for me, burn for me. Do you wanna be a gambler and deal? Do you wanna be a doctor and heal? go to heaven and touch God's face? Are you gonna be a dreamer who sleeps? Are you gonna be a sinner who weeps? Or an angel under grace? I'll lay down on your bedclothes, offer up my heart and soul, but in return, I want you to burn for me, baby, like a candle in my night. Oh, burn for me, burn for me. I want you to burn, baby. Laugh for me, cry for me, pray for me, fly for me, live for me, die for us. I want you to burn me, baby, like a candle in the night. Oh, burn for me, burn for me. I want you to burn me, baby, like a candle in my night. Burn for me,
See, you got to light those candles. Light them and burn. All right. Okay, our Merry Market is today, in case you hadn't noticed. After service is over, we're going to ask you to help us stack the chairs, push them up here to the front, and then clear out the sanctuary so that our vendors can get their tables moved out from the walls and uncovered. They have still this little setup. And in the meantime, though, our kids have got hot dogs, chips, sodas. I've already sampled the cookies. I'm just saying. And hot chocolate. So wonderful snacks for you to get. All support our youth and young adults, so we're really appreciative of that. There are tables set out in the parking lot. It should be beautiful weather for you to sit out there. You might need a little wrap, but you'll be okay. And so enjoy a hot dog and chips and cookies and hot chocolate and all those good things that we have to offer. And then come on back in here. We should be ready by 11:30 for the vendors. If not, I'll go out and holler at you. So, you know me, I'll holler at you. Okay, next week we have a very special candle lighting service here. It's we're so blessed. We have a phenomenal expanded music ministry. Katie's going to be here, Justin, David, and our new singer, Annika, will be here to provide music. It's going to be a Taizé type service, if you've experienced that before, where it's mostly music, which I like that too. And so it'll be a wonderful time to celebrate. And we're going to culminate it with Silent Night and candle lighting. So I know that's one of our favorites. And then after service next week, because it's the winter solstice, we're going to do our winter solstice labyrinth walk starting at 11:30 right after service here. And so it'll be a meditative experience for you to look at what, winter solstice is all about going into the darkness, into the quiet, into reflection, and seeing what wants to be released so that we can have a fabulous spring coming forth. So right after service, it doesn't last more than an hour, so if you're interested in that. Our women's group next week, because we're doing the winter solstice, is going to be starting at 11:30 with it as part of their experience will be walking the labyrinth. And if walking the labyrinth feels like it might be too challenging for you, I have finger labyrinths for you to do at your seat. So it's all good. I'll take care of everything. So we have in January a Rumi class starting. On January 4th, I'm going to show an hour-long video about Rumi. I've got this phenomenal Rumi video that talks about the work of Coleman Barks, who is the premier translator of Rumi's work. And he's got several books, anthologies of Rumi's poems available. And then starting in, I don't know the date. I'll have to look at the date. I'll tell you that on the 4th. But we're having a Rumi class. I think it's Tuesdays. And they're busy, so they can't answer my question. So we'll find out that for you next week, what day it starts. But the Rumi class is a 4-week class studying the poetry of Rumi. And then, let's see, she didn't make it in. So Kelly has a vision board workshop. She does one every year in January. This is her vision board workshop. She talked about the early bird pricing. It ends the end of this week. So if you're interested in that, she's around here. We'll find out. I think it's $37 for one, $67 for two. That includes all your supplies plus lunch. So it's a great deal. It's on a Saturday, the 10th of January. Our Walking the Path group is continuing through the holidays, so it's on Tuesday mornings. So it'll be all the Tuesdays during the holiday time. They'll still be having sessions here. It's at 10 o'clock in the morning here in the sanctuary. Wonderful discussion group talking about our science of mind principles. All right, and finally, we do have a moment of prayer available. Judy's going to be standing at the prayer room, which is right outside of this door. Oh, Clay T's going to be standing there. I thought you'd done it. Okay, Clay T's going to be at the door. We're confused today. It's too much going on. Clay T will be at the door there to direct you in to if you'd like to have a personal spiritual mind treatment. All right, would you stand, please? And as I said, if you're physically able, please help us stack the chairs. If you're not, please don't. All right. If you'd like to hold hands, you're kind of close together anyway today, but we thought we'd make it cozy for today. Would you repeat after me? There is only one life.
There's only one life.
That life is God.
That life is God.
That life is perfect.
That life is perfect.
That life is my life now.
That life is my life now.
All right. See y'all later.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Last time now. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. 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 Have a great week, everybody.